What's going on, everyone? James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the UFC 280 co-main event between Aljamain Sterling and TJ Dillashaw. If you've not seen the fight, turn this video off. You know the drill. Don't want to be the guy who spoils the fight for you. All right, it is Aljamain Sterling winning via second round TKO. This sucked. Let's be honest here. I'm just going to call it like it is. Dillashaw was injured. He had a shoulder injury before the fight. You could see that early into the matchup. Just a total bummer. We didn't really get a fight here. I don't know how you guys feel, but this whole fight was kind of pointless if you think about it. Good for Sterling for getting the finish. Had TJ been healthy, I still think this fight would have gone the distance, but just an unfortunate way to have the fight go, because you could just tell that Dillashaw was not winning this fight. And, they did pop his shoulder back in between rounds after the first round, but you knew Dillashaw was going to come back and win. Like, it was just, at his age, with the amount of injuries he's had, he was not going to come back and beat Aljamain Sterling here. So maybe I'm being a little hard here, but I did not enjoy this fight at all, just because of the fact that there was an injury there. Credit to Aljo, defends the title. How weird is this now? Kind of looking back at UFC 280, we have two big bantamweight fights in the division that have a lot of questions here, right? I just mentioned in the video previously, Petr Yan, Sean O'Malley. A lot of people feel like Yan won that fight. O'Malley ends up winning by split decision. And now you have this fight where we didn't even really get to see a fight. We just saw Aljo beat up a guy who was injured and probably shouldn't have fought. And post-fight, Dillashaw mentioning that he hurt his shoulder in April. I get it from his perspective, because look, you're not going to get title shots all the time, but part of me is also like, why didn't you just pull out and let like a Chito Vera fight? The thing that disappoints me is this is such a massive card and we did not get to see a fair fight. We saw a guy who was very injured going into this matchup fighting a guy in Sterling, and it's interesting, post-fight, Sterling not really mentioning O'Malley. He talks about Chito Vera, talks about a few other names in the weight class here. What do you do? I think they're probably going to end up doing Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley next, just because it's too big, it's two big names in the division here. O'Malley being the biggest name, I think, still. So I could see them doing that next with what's happened, but it's not the way you wanted to see this happen. You would have wanted to see O'Malley get a finish. You would have wanted to see Aljamain Sterling beat a healthy TJ Dillashaw. And look, before people say it, I know there are injuries for a lot of fighters going into fights. I'm not naive to that, but this really compromised him. Dillashaw could barely do anything in this fight. He even mentioned it there, wasn't doing sparring during camp. So yeah, just disappointing all around. Again, good for Sterling for getting the win here, but it's not the way you want to win a fight here when a fighter is clearly injured. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What'd you think of the fight, first off? Second off, who should Sterling fight next? Who should be next in line for the bantamweight title? Let me know what you think, and who would win that potential fight as well. Let me know about that. What's next for TJ Dillashaw? I think this is it. Who knows how long he's going to be out for this fight? He's already 36. If he wanted to retire, I have no issues with it. You cannot take away what Dillashaw's done in his career, even with the steroid allegations. But I think it's got to be close to the end of the road for him here. He has so many injuries, so many layoffs. It's just hard to come back from that. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lynch on Sports. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.